steps. Alright, so the absolute first step of creating any brick-built dinosaur are the legs. Now, as you can see, these are legs that are made up of ball joints, which are good because they have a good range of articulation. And if we take this off, you can see kind of the technical structure of the leg, and if we just put that on, and then it kind of just hides it. And also there are these blue Technic pins to connect it to the actual body of the dinosaur. So these are one strategy to make limbs for your smaller dinosaurs. Our next set of limbs is constructed of very common regular hinge pieces, and so yeah, it's just like the other ones, they're connected with blue Technic pins, and you gotta get the shapes of these with these curved slope pieces, and yeah, a good range of articulation, but I would only recommend this method for smaller dinosaurs like Tricératops or any of those herbivores like Ankylosaur or Stegosaurus. That is what I would recommend this strategy for. Now let's talk about big dinosaurs. Now the next set of dinosaur legs is meant for big bulky dinosaurs like the Spinosaurus or the T-Rex. Those dinosaurs can only be supported by 2 legs, so these legs have to be very strong. And so what I've done here is I've created what I call the triple joint method, which basically uses ratcheted joints to keep it in place. 1 joint, not enough. 2 joints, not enough. But 3 joints, after you get 3 joints, it's a lot of friction, and so it's able to carry a lot of weight. And I'll show you that when I get to the body and actually create the whole dinosaur. But as you can see, there are these hinge bricks to create the toes, and I mean, it does look very bulky, but in terms of stability, this is a great strategy for stability if you want to be able to pose a dinosaur in lots of ways. And so you'll notice that these bricks, like, they're not lined up, so what you have to do is you can cover that up with a brick like that, and it just gives it a muscular look. And so yeah, highly recommend doing that. And so yeah, that pretty much wraps up this strategy for the limbs. Step 2 for making brick-built dinosaurs is absolutely the body. Now, the body is the bulkiest part of the dinosaur, quite obviously. So what you're gonna have to do is for your smaller 4-legged dinosaurs, you're gonna want to get lots of Technic bricks with holes in them, and you're going to want to get lots of sloped bricks so that you can really create that smooth texture look. And at the bottom, you can see some more inverted slope pieces, and also some Technic bricks at the back for your tail, and these ball joint pieces to connect to the head. And if you want, you can also add this Stegosaurus kind of plate system, which you can use with these pipe pieces. And so there is your body for your herbivore. For larger dinosaurs, you can really apply the same strategy, except you want to keep it as light as possible. If I take this off, you can see that it's not filled with brick. There are some holes and gaps just so that it's not too heavy. Now, I mean, the legs that I designed can pretty much sustain the bricks that I have put into it, but probably even if I filled this up, but still you want to keep it as light as possible, because why not save some brick if you can. And so yeah, these binocular pieces do fall off, but they do look pretty cool if you're trying to create T-Rex arms. If we look at this, you can see I've used what I call the double ball joint method, which basically I created this because one ball joint for the legs was just not enough. It was just not enough friction, but 2, there's enough friction so that you can sustain a position when you put the legs on, which I'll show you in a bit. And then here is also an axle, a little Technic pin, a Technic brick on the back, and also in the front you can see that we have a neck with a ball joint. So yeah, basically to summarize that, just keep it light and use the double ball joint method. The third step to making brick-built dinosaurs are the tails, which are pretty self-explanatory. You know, use ball joints. You can use these rat tail pieces, but just as the very ends of the tail, you're gonna want to transition very well, just so that it doesn't look like a rat tail. And also, if you want to create a Stegosaurus tail, what you can do is you can use these 1x1 bricks, modified bricks with the studs on the sides, all 4 sides, and you can use these to put some claw pieces on them. So yeah, there are the tails for your brick-built dinosaurs. And the final and most fun part about making brick-built dinosaurs are the heads. Now, this is not supposed to be good. This is just to show you kind of the basic design of creating your herbivores. So we'll get that out of here. And next we're going to look at this Tricératops, which is a very complicated design. Well, not too complicated. Basically, it's divided into 2 parts. You can separate this out. Oops, the horn fell off. But just to get in this color, I created that. You can use white or whatever color you want. But here's the basic design with an opening and closing mouth, using the basic hinge piece, and this is actually an upside down ice cream cone used for the horn, and studs for the eyes. Pretty much every dinosaur I make has studs for eyes, and so yeah, you can see kind of how this connects. So you can connect it like that, and then boom, you have your Triceratops, which is probably the most complex out of all the herbivore heads that I've ever made. So now let's go take a look at carnivores. Now, a lot of you guys have been requesting tutorials for my Spinosaurus head, so I'm going to give you a little brief tutorial. Here we have, this is how I created the upper jaw, which is basically just a snot technique, which uses the 1x1 modified brick with the studs on the sides, just so I can get this look. And you could just put that right here. This is just a separate piece. That's only held on by 1 stud, by the way. And here is the bottom jaw. Here's a good look at the pieces in here. So there is the Spinosaurus head. And also, you guys have been requesting Carnotaurus, so here it is. This piece is actually removable, and what holds it together are these 1x1 plates with rings, with the ring on the side. And yeah, so there is, you can see the structure of that, and it's all held together by those little bricks, and then we put this back on. Gives it a nice carnivore look, and even though it's such a small dinosaur, Carnotaurus actually is a quite small dinosaur, I think it turned out pretty good. So there is the dinosaur, and that concludes this tutorial for making brick-built dinosaurs. Well, thank you so much for watching, and I hope you learned something. I know I did. I learned about the different techniques I use with the joints just to make my dinosaurs a lot more sturdy. And also, this is, by the way, a Spinosaurus Rex, and this is a Stegoceratops, so I got some hybrids going around here. And so yeah, if you use these techniques, I think you can pretty much create your dream